east side of Las Vegas, 1,600 square feet, nothing special. When it was renting long-term, it was making annually $17,500. We switched to this midterm rental model and working with insurance companies. And last year we did $67,000, which is nearly a 300% increase. And then it was vacant for about a month and a half. And then we just signed a $55,000 contract for 1 year. And that type of return is fantastic.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Ryan Mueller, who has created a tech platform for midterm rentals, supporting people needing housing. So excited to have you here today, Ryan.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. I think that you're building something unique, so let's dive in and share that. First off, for those who are not familiar with you and your work yet, can you share what your main focus is?
Yeah. So I'm the founder of Plexa Housing, and Plexa Housing is a tech platform that's meant to bridge the gap between insurance claims. So when someone has fire or water damage in their primary residence and they need to find a house, we have a platform that matches that need with available properties in less than a minute.
Awesome. And is this available nationwide?
Currently, we're operating just in Las Vegas, but the goal is to get this to be a nationwide platform. And this is really filling the need where, Michelle, when I started doing this about 3 years ago, and even to today, I get a call or an email if someone needs housing. And then, back in the day, we would rifle through our portfolio, see what houses were available. And we started working with other landlords. I'm a licensed property manager and agent. And we'd look for what other units were available that would fill the need, because it's like by like, right? So if someone has a 3-2 and there's damage, they would get replaced with a 3-2. They're not going to get moved into a 5-4 or even like a 1-1, right? So it's like by like and kind, like and kind. So what we've done, though, is instead of manually trying to find available properties, now when an insurance adjuster or a relocation company is looking for housing, they can simply input the criteria that they're looking for on our website, and it instantly sends them back availability and all the pricing and details needed to be able to book that home. Because insurance housing is different than, short-term rentals, and it's different than long-term rentals. The price point, the fees, the term, the availability, all that stuff is different. So our platform is geared just for that placement. And when an insurance company or adjuster looks for an available property, again, like to like and kind to kind, we have that available inventory back in a minute. Less than a minute, the system will fire off a response.
Awesome. How did you come up with this concept?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, we came up with the concept because, again, as I said, I was manually doing this. So like we'd get the claim and it's all about speed to lead, right? So if someone needs housing for fire water damage, they want to stay in a hotel 0 days, but hotels are always available quickest because, there's always inventory in hotels. So when the insurance company has placed the family in a hotel, now they're looking for housing to place that family as fast as possible. So speed to lead is super important. And if you don't get answers back to or availability back to the insurance adjuster or relocation company, they will go look for other opportunities, other houses. So when we were doing this manually, it was like we'd scramble to try to find the unit, get the unit and information back to the adjuster or the relocation company. And it was like, this has got to be a better way to do this than like literally rifling through all these different files. So we created a platform that has basically a database of available properties that are willing to do the midterm rentals. And then we can fire that response back in seconds now with the system. So it's really just try to alleviate the manual labor strain that we were experiencing at my company.
Yeah, awesome. And what do you feel are some of the main keys that have made the biggest difference in allowing you to create this platform and having it run smoothly?
I think that the clarity of how we wanted it to work was important, right? So when we're building a tech product, it's important that you have the vision and you're clear about what you want to create. So that was the number one thing. And then the second one is we have a great development team that was able to take what we're envisioning and bring it into the actual material experience on the tech side. So yeah, the vision in the team to be able to implement is the winning formula there.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say differentiates your platform from others?
I think there's a lot of platforms out there that have like a listing site. You like put in some information and it like shows up a bunch of different, properties. You kind of got to sift through and find out which one would work for the family. Whereas the way that we operate is we curate the response. So it's not like find your own property. It's like put in what you're looking for and we give you back exactly what's needed. And that's one of the other things is that a lot of times, at least the feedback that we've gotten is that when someone is responding about an available property, they won't include all the details. So then there's this back and forth to confirm and shore up detail here, detail there about the property. But when we send out our responses, they literally get about 25 different lines of information about that property. So they can take that and instantly get it approved for their insurance claim.
Awesome. And so what kind of customers are using this?
So what kind of customers are using this? So we work with adjusters in the area. So we know local adjusters that are dealing with insurance claims, and we work with them directly. We also work with companies like ALE Solutions, CRS, and there's a whole handful of corporate housing providers and relocation companies. We work with them. And those are the main people that we service. And we also occasionally will take care of corporate traveling clients or families relocating to the area from another state. But the primary folks that we serve are these insurance adjusters, insurance companies, and relocation companies.
Awesome. What would you say have been some of the challenges in this creation?
Yeah, some of the challenges have been, I think, building a new tech platform, like tech is actually like building a house. There's like architecture and structure and like rules to it. So it's like you're literally building something and it's all on a spreadsheet. In this case, it was N8N, but it's like building that. You think it all makes sense. Like, I think especially in the day of AI, everyone thinks that like building tech stacks and tech products is like, the snap of the finger. That's what they all say, but it still takes a lot of work to be able to refine, test, get outputs, refine, test, get output, refine, test, get output, until you finally get it. So, we were slated to have our product done in a couple of weeks, and it ended up taking a couple of months. But, at the end of the day, we're very happy with the product and the response that we get from it. So, yeah, I think it's just like going from a tech world and thinking you can be able to just put this thing together, but like tech is complicated and it doesn't always fire right. And so it's much more complicated than I think it was on the onset.
Yeah, definitely. It's a whole nother realm.
Yeah, totally different beast. Totally different beast.
Yeah. So what would you say the biggest problem that this solves is?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, the biggest problem that this solves is the complexity. So from a landlord's perspective, the complexity of this type of opportunity, that's what we solve. So if someone wants to get exposure to higher rent revenues, an example is I have a house that's on the east side of Las Vegas, 1,600 square feet, nothing special. When it was renting long-term, it was making annually $17,500. We switched to this midterm rental model and working with insurance companies. And last year we did $67,000, which is nearly a 300% increase. And then it was vacant for about a month and a half. And then we just signed a $55,000 contract for 1 year. And that type of return is fantastic. I mean, that's fantastic, right? And so the goal is to try to help landlords get access to this type of opportunity without them having to figure out and learn everything that I've learned. So when a landlord lists their property on our website, we are automatically marketing that. We are already giving it exposure to these higher income opportunities. And so that's the biggest gap that I think it solves for a landlord, is it's very simple. We take care of all the pricing. We get you the highest price possible. There's no extra fees we add on top or anything like that to make you price yourself out of a good opportunity, because that actually does happen. Because insurance is paying the bill, some people, excuse me, they get greedy and try to put some crazy price tag on it, and then they'll lose the deal. So again, we give it a good shot of getting rented and make it very easy for the landlord to be able to get exposed to this opportunity. That's the first problem we solve. The second problem that we solve is for insurance companies that are looking for a speedy response, accurate data, landlords that are agreeable to a midterm lease and understand what they're up to. This is what we solve for the insurance company, because there's so many landlords out there, and I'm talking to you landlords out there, that are afraid of anything but a 12-month lease. Whereas with our model, I will make sometimes the full year's rent roll in 6 months or less with the midterm rental opportunity. So we help the insurance companies have pre-vetted, ready to go properties to be able to get access to for their clients that need a place to stay. And then we make it really easy for the landlords to be able to get access to these higher paying tenants.
Yeah, amazing what you're creating. I think short-term rentals are gaining popularity right now as well.
Yeah, it's funny. The short-term rentals, I did short-term rentals and I did not enjoy the experience. We made okay money, but the amount of work, the turnover, the constant questions, the constant nurturing of the client was just really time consuming. And that's, I'm glad you brought that up, because what we do with the MTR rentals is you get the same returns, but you get same returns, but 1/10 the headache, 1/20th the headache, 1/40th the headache, because they're just like a long-term tenant. They still go through the background check, still have a security deposit. And when they move in, there's questions when everybody moves in. A couple things here and there, what's happening, But after that, we don't really hear from them. So the amount of strain, cognitive load, friction, operational friction that you have to deal with from a midterm rental space is significantly less than a short-term rental. And when I did short-term rentals, it was like, shoot me now. It was death by 1,000 cuts. Where's the blender? Where's the light switch? How do you turn on the thermostat? The pool's not working. Where's the dog at? I don't know where your dog is. That's your dog. That kind of stuff, just constant, incessant, nonstop questions. And then you're trying to, answer questions for people that are looking at your property. Is this available? Is it okay if we have a party there? No, you can't have a party there. And this is you get someone in, they're paying $5,000 a month on normally a $2,000 a month rental. That's furnished options. We do unfurnished as well, but it's just a lot less headache and you make similar returns. And I think it's really great too, because I call it the quadruple threat, okay? You're helping the insurance company place their tenant. You're helping a family that's in need that's displaced from fire or water damage. I'm helping a landlord make some more money, or in the case, I might make some more money if it's one of my own properties. And then I make some money along the way, no matter what the scenario is. So we're able to help, everyone along the way. And it's a win-win. It's a really great opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. That's a cool market to be in.
Yeah.
And so how are you looking to scale this out?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, so right now to scale it out, there's two sides of it. So one side is the inventory side. So we have units available to provide for the insurance carriers. That's the number one. And then the other one is increasing and scaling out our lead flow, which is finding new insurance operators, finding new adjusters, finding new relocation companies, and getting both of those together. So that's how we scale. We increase our inventory and increase our lead flow. And one of the biggest ways that we're doing that is we partner with other investors. So we have investors that have 50 homes, 80 homes, 150 doors, like all these different levels of property. And then we just add them to our portfolio and start to expand that way. And that typically starts with like relationships that I already have, friends and family that I know that have property. And that's in addition to being a property manager. We look for other property managers that have large portfolios, want to have exposure to this opportunity, and we partner with them and make sure that they understand, and again, do that educational piece so that their landlords are aware of and excited by this higher income opportunity. And then on the flip side, in terms of insurance, that's just like kind of like a slow build, slow burn relationship building, getting to know people in different companies, getting to know people in different industries that might need this midterm housing. And we just slowly build that. And the goal is in the next couple of years, what we're going to do is we're going to have enterprise contracts with insurance providers where we service complete areas for service. And that's how we also plan to scale, is that we become the go-to housing provider for fast, available, MTR-ready properties for insurance companies.
Yeah, amazing. Sounds like you've got a great plan.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what would you say, like, are some of the tech pieces? Like, do people on the customer side need to get an app, or how does like the structure
That's a good question.
work?
Yeah, at this point, nothing. Nobody needs to get anything. If they want to find a property in Las Vegas, they go to our website and you just click find property matches, fill out the form, and you'll get a response in less than a minute. And then for someone that is, wanting to list their property, they can also go to our website and you click at, submit a property, and it just adds it to our list that we instantly start to market. And that's as simple as that. It's really at this current moment. I should also mention that right now what we have is this fast matching proprietary software that we use. But the goal is, and I'm sure that you're aware of this too, is that like a rental is a rental, and there are similar steps for every single rental, which is what's the available units? You see the available units. You say, okay, I want to select and go see this one. Then you go do a showing. Then if they want it, they proceed. There's a lease. Then there's money exchange. There's key exchange, walk-in, move-in inspections. And then same thing on the way out is just a checkout inspection like that. That stuff is all repeatable. So our goal really is to create, again, a platform that's like Airbnb, but just for insurance housing, that from tip to tail, someone can find available properties, go see an available property. If they like it, they confirm that lease is drafted. Everything's kind of done inside of the platform, from move in to check out. And everything's kind of like, automated, AI driven, software driven. But of course, with a human touch, you got to have people show the property and stuff like that. So yeah. That's it.
Perfect. Sounds simple enough.
Yeah. I think it's funny. It's like simple, it's like an idea is a dime a dozen, but execution and making a reality is another thing. So simple enough idea. Yes, it makes sense. And pulling it off from a tech stack perspective, is definitely more tedious and time consuming than, I think I'd like it to be, but we'll get there for sure.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, learn more about what you're up to, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yeah, so you guys can find me on Instagram at Ryan Mueller. That is where you can find me. I do post a lot about the MTR space. I give education about that. I'm also in the business consulting world and coaching world. So I do a lot of videos about mindset and how to build business in addition to the MTR stuff. And then if anyone wants to email me directly, you can find me at info@plexahousing.com, and you can check out our website, plexahousing.com.
Perfect. We'll appreciate your time, your story, your perspective. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.